All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Maybe I'll Come Home in the Spring, 1971. I'm giving this 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. It's got the comely Sally Field, the flying nun, who's in uh, Smokey and the Bandit. The great Sally Field. You've got Jackie Cooper from the Superman series franchise. And then you've got David Carradine in the role of a libertine hippie. I guess you could say for David Carradine, art imitates reality in this one. I hated this flick. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. It's a television movie, and that means the shower scene with Sally Field has all of her body parts blurred out by the blurry shower door. It's all tease and no action. There's a hippie orgy in one of her flashbacks, but they all got their clothes on. I guess these hippies, they do drugs and they keep their clothes on. Instead of dancing around naked on the street, they're like jumping through windows and stuff. Maybe I'll Come Home in the Spring is a 1971 U.S. made-for-television drama film directed by Joseph Sargent and starring Sally Field, Eleanor Parker, Jackie Cooper, Lane Bradbury, and David Carradine. The film premiered as the ABC Movie of the Week on February 16th, 1971. I would imagine the same kind of scenario played out with my grandparents and my mother. Well, my real dad was Ronald Hill. That's all I know about him. I think I found him in Springfield, Missouri. But he's dead, and he left me no life insurance. All right. Denise Denny Miller is a teenage runaway who returns to her parents' Ed and Claire's suburban home after a year of living on the streets as a hippie. Not a very convincing hippie she is. Her younger sister, Susie, is following in her footsteps, wanting the idealistic hippie life, but making some rash decisions in the process, like taking downers. Denny's life before she left and during her time as a runaway, and her hippie boyfriend, Flack, played by the great David Carradine, is shown in flashbacks. So all of the flashbacks are her so-called hippie life, which is pretty tame for 1971. I mean, you would expect to see them smoking joints and like getting naked and dancing around frenetically, but they're just David Carradine is just sitting in the park playing the guitar like he's St. Francis of Assisi for the hippie movement, and it's pretty silly. I mean, it is made for television, and you got to be pretty dumb to accept this as a time capsule for 1971. I know from personal experience that it was much worse than that. My mother ended up slitting her wrist when I was in kindergarten. And she just couldn't handle being a single mom. But of course, Sally Field is not Catholic, so she's taking the birth control pill, and and that's the only reason she's not pregos at this time. Um, so there's that. While the challenges of her return to so-called normal life unfold, Denny has difficulty determining if she made the right choice coming back. She even she even screams Flack's name. Flack offers to take her to Canada and do more useless hippie stuff. And after contemplating for 5 minutes, pacing around, yelling at her parents, she screams she screams Flack's name as he's driving off in his ice cream truck. When Flack shows up to win, and he sends him away, choosing to stay in Serbia, reluctantly choosing, I should say. Linda Ronstadt performs the title song and the second song written for the film. Production company Metro Media Producers Corporation, Network ABC, release date February 16th, 1971. I was only 1 year old at the time. I might have been in preschool, and that because my mother had to. She worked at Macy's at Hillsdale Mall, and she hated working with the older ladies there. That's why she supposedly slit her wrists. She couldn't handle the stress. All right, maybe I'll come home in the spring, 1971. 1 hour, 14 minutes. It gets an okay 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. IMDb, 832 ratings. After finding out that the hippie lifestyle is glamorous, the media makes it. He comes home to find disapproval and judgment at every turn, and her sister wanting to follow in her footsteps. Well, why wouldn't you disapprove of this kind of lifestyle? I mean, it's not. But then again, why would you not like raise her according to Catholic principles? So there's that. You've got here's a review. No rating from PDMH 48. PDMH 48 says, I related to this movie. I was a senior in high school when I saw this, and I loved it. I wrote a term paper contrasting this to Pilgrim's something. All right, more like this. The Flying Nun, No Other Love, Marriage Year One, and Elias Smith and Jones. Denny has returned from a year among hippies to her superficial, image conscious suburban family. She must face their disapproval of her actions. Oh, what does she expect? She just ran away and did drugs with David Carradine? What kind of life is that? They refuse to even try to understand why. What's there to understand? She must also deal with an ex-lover and a beloved young sister who is following in her footsteps, wanting the idealistic hippie life, but making some rash decisions in the process. That's the storyline by Molly Malloy. Taglines: a story of powerful love and understanding. This is a drama, pretty boring television stuff. This is the kind of stuff they played on television, the drug of the nation, back in 1971. And it shows how unrealistic and naive people were about the so-called hippie problem. The sexual revolution, the the um, the pill and everything. They could have gone into more detail, but it was a television film, so what can you do? About 11 minutes into the film, Ed awakens Denny as they hug. Her wig begins to slip back. Ed sits her on the bed and he kisses her forehead while trying to hold on to her wig. A quick edit saves the day. Claire Miller is quoted as saying, "Susie's run away." Ed Miller: "Are you sure?" Claire Miller: "She's gone. Her little bag is gone and some of her clothes." I just spoiled the ending there. Okay. Maybe I'll Come Home in the Spring is a soundtrack written by Roger Atkins and Helen Miller, performed by Linda Ronstadt. So you got the corny folk music going here for the 1971 television show movie. Release date February 16th, 1971 in the US. Country of origin US. Language English, also known as something in Russian that I can't read. Filming locations: 14757 Sutton Street, Sherman Oaks, California, USA, as the Miller's home. Nice neighborhood. I don't know why anybody would want to leave the suburban house for hippie life, but okay. I guess it was a thing in 1971. Production company: Metro Media Producers Corporation, MPC. Runtime 1 hour 14 minutes, 74 minutes. This is in color and the sound mix is mono and the aspect ratio is 1.33 to 1. Nobody in the chat room today. It's of course it's Memorial Day, and what else do I have on my list? But number one on my list, Predator, 1987. It's been a while since I did a Karate Man review, but what better movie to watch and review on Memorial Day than Predator? So I talked to my friend from Santa Rosa. He drove his used jalopy broke down, and he hasn't been coming to church on Sunday, but he missed us so much that he drove his 4-ton van with all of his carpet cleaning stuff in there and his tile stuff. He drove it from Santa Rosa to San Francisco yesterday, and he invited us, me and my son, for 4th of July, but there's no parade in his town, and my son wants to go to a parade. So, and then I got invited to some mulberry picking in a couple of weeks with this lay exorcist, Mr. Hernandez. This guy. He's always giving me his business card. I have it somewhere, or at least I thought I had it. So he gave me another one. So we're going to go mulberry picking on Friday. In Brentwood. It's going to be June 8th, I guess. No, it's going to be June 12th. We'll go mulberry picking. And then July 4th is on a Saturday. I guess we can go to Santa Rosa on Saturday after the 12 p.m. low mass. And hopefully there's something going on in Sonoma or something. So those are the next, okay. So the next three on my list are Predator 1987. Then there's Father Ryan, A Higher Call, number 2, 2024. And number 3 is Vampire's Kiss, 1989. So those are the next three on my list. 2 of the next 3 are Karate Man recommendations. So that should be fun. I don't think I'm going to get to Vampire's Kiss today, but definitely this weekend. Something that I've got coming down the pike for possibly Friday night. We'll see. I'm taking another nappy poo, and then we'll get Predator fired up here on Memorial Day. Thanks for checking out my video, and have a great, blessed day. Laters.